Life is essentially just a conglomerate of perceptions that make manifest observances before you. The idea to integrate spirit is to become one in flesh with the totality of all creation, harmonizing and balancing all aspects of yourself, all aspects of yourself throughout your own co-creation as a fractal of God. Let's start there, shall we? I would like to label myself actually the queen of perception. I happen to be the queen of all what-if possibilities because that's just kind of how spirit rolls. But what if this happened and what if that happened? Here's the thing. Potentials and possibilities and perceptions and opinions and beliefs, they all stem from the same root source. As God creates all manifestation in real time, it is important for us to realize that it is our intentional focus within our mental body as well as our deemed integration of emotional intelligence which perpetuates our own creative essence. Whew, that's a big statement. I love that. If I could say it again, I would. My word. Maybe you need to rewind that because even when I observe the visions that come through as I speak, it was a very big observance even in that one statement. To be the queen of all potentials. You know, I find it very interesting because oftentimes isn't anxiety the exact same thing? Anxiety is your mind's desire to understand what comes next. To try and perceive the future is a stringent course of decay spiritually, because spiritually, God holds all matter and moments in perfect harmony and balance and allows all things to flow. So when you begin to observe your what-if moments sweetly and perceptually in the desire to control and contain your own experience, that's when anxiety steps in instead of creative potential. Instead of you allowing God to show you what comes around the corner, you try and tell God what should come around the corner. Oops, Ruby, you're really all over the place, my love. Atta girl. To become the queen of potential, I had to observe myself strictly within a form of very authoritative rules and programs that I had built my life off of. These rules and programs were built off of the fear of the what-ifs instead of the potential excitement and creative nature that God intends through this reality, which is the childlike essence of our faith. Everything is an energetic manifestation of God's creative potential through you. There is nothing that has not been seen. There is nothing that has not been observed. There is not one moment that has not been cultivated for the glory of God within and throughout and beyond your experience. To become the queen of potential, I had to observe the negative fractals of form that existed within my peace. Because I am wholly within the peace of God, because I am a fractal of God. That is my peace. As a fractal of God, I am peace. I move in peace. I am inherently and divinely orchestrated and led and protected by the peace of God that exists and dwells within me. To become the queen of potentials is to sit strictly within and on the form, the the throne of grace and allow God to show you what comes next through experience, faithfully and actively moving forward in your moments. Was that something in there, Ruby? Nope, go on. Potentials, observances, belief patterns. They are fractalized forms of the totality of all that God is. So just allow them to be seen, allow them to be expressed, and then allow them to be released through your holy presence as what they are necessary, just as they are. Don't attach to anything these days, because to attach to anything is it's a lucrative practice. Because God desires the natural flow of abundance. And honestly, the human cannot comprehend the totality of the soul expression. So it naturally limits itself, and it naturally removes and cultivates blockages through its own perceptual limitations. To become divinely guided and divinely led is to move faithfully through creation, knowing that all creation holds your favor and serves you. We exist in the pleasure and for the potent purpose of enjoyment for God. To grant God the opportunity to feel the wind on our face and see the luscious shades of green that pop from every corner of our own expression in what I am viewing now. I grant and give to God freely through me. There are always opportunities for complaint. There are always opportunities to seek potential worry and chaos within yourself. But a master stands firmly within themselves, and they move strictly and observantly through their own totality, saying, I deserve the world, so I will give myself an expression of God's love worthy of worship through me. I am the totality of all that I am. I am having my relationship with God. I am expressed in faith and in favor. And I am the health and healing movement of spirit within my own presence. Oh, thank God. Potentials, beliefs, opinions. That's all anything is. Everything is just a potential. And so we welcome our moments, and we harmonize with our moments, and we take our moments for everything that they are through the lens of Christ, and we baptize our expression in the love and light that is our Christed essence as a fractal of God. That is how we move. And again, spirituality, to experience spirit, means to embody the authentic version of all that you are, releasing your own limitations, releasing the strict, firm programs that limit your own presence, and you begin to amalgamate a holiness, an authentic, supreme essence that rises within you, and you can move in favor and in faith, and all potentials become a glorious reality to you because you become the embodiment of all that you are. The queen of potentials, I like to call myself. I used to suffer so horribly from anxiety because I was terrified of what came next, until God said, my love, how and why would I give myself an experience of hell? It is you who is offering me the the experience of hell. Rise above your own limits and come and rise and fly and soar in the presence of God. Beyond your wildest imagination, my love. Soar. To remove fear is to live courageously in authentic form for you. The Queen of Potentials, embodied once again. We have gone by so many names, and yet spirit remains formless and nameless as all archetypes exist within my holy presence. You may call me sky on this plane of existence, but beyond the veil, I have established a queendom of characters, and each one is humbly surrendered before the Lord and in service to the one true living God that palpitates through my holy presence and within this entire reality for me. You have nothing to fear now except fear itself, and the only fear that exists is programmed into you. And my love, all you need to do is say, that is an outdated program. I love you for keeping me safe, but we can remove it now. Let's move forward courageously, actively loving yourself enough to shift accordingly. I love you. I cherish you. I honor you. Boy, these days are so flippin' challenging. I know for me, for Sky, this little Sky presence, because look, I got little feet. I'm alive in some sort of form. Ruby's squeezing my hand, but I'm alive. I understand what it feels like to live. I also understand what it feels like to be the embodiment of your Christed essence and to soar gracefully through all moments, even though it perceptually sucks. I choose my own adventure with God now. Nobody gets to tell me how to experience my life except me. And you want to know what? I choose heaven. As above, so below. As within, so without. My soul is eternally, actively co-creating in the presence of the Almighty. And I would not have it any other way. This embodiment, I'm Sky. But all timelines exist in all moments, and they are overlapping in all fractals of a second within my holy presence. Nameless, formless, spirited, Christed, allowed to be who I am, allowed to be Sky, allowed to be bold, allowed to perceive my own reality and no longer perceive fear. Welcome to liberation. Welcome to freedom. And you want to know what? It is yours the moment you decide to put down your cross and stand firmly with your feet on liberated soil that you have established through your faith. I believe in you genuinely. Because if I did not believe in you, I would not be here embodied in physical form. I love you guys. I hope that you have a fantastic beginning of the week. I hope that your cultivations and your co-creations and your emotional state of presence would be harmoniously radiant throughout the ethers, and that you would move flawlessly in faith through the simple steps of just being you. May you rise to the occasion of being bold. May you remove the limitations of fear, lack, and the inability to move in abundance. May you cultivate the world that you crave within so that God can manifest the world that you crave external of yourself and draw eternity into you. All right. Now I think I've really had it. I could go on forever and ever and ever. I love spirit. I love interacting with spirit. I love embodying the various aspects of my own healing, because as I speak, I accept all words as I am. So thank you for sitting with me. Thank you for enjoying, and thank you for being a blessing within my own life, because when you interact with me and you comment and you have expressions of your own through my creations here as I share this wisdom and we grow together, it literally just elates my soul. It radiates through me, and it just makes me the happiest little camper to know that I am not alone and that we are doing this together. So welcome. Thank you for being my online family. I'll call you my pocket family if that's okay. In all my social media forums, I observe my followers on social media as my pocket family, because you guys don't have to be there. You're choosing to be there for me. And many times, go ahead. And many times my pocket family is more there for me emotionally and spiritually and supportively than even my own physical family. So I love you, I support you, and I honor you with all that I am. May you be blessed. Amen.